Hi everyone and welcome to my channel, or if you've been here before, welcome back. Today I want to share with you 7 things to consider when making a purchase. The reason that I wanted to share this video is because I really do believe that the power is in the hands of the purchaser when it comes to what kind of products you'll see on the shelves in the future and what will be available to the consumers. Hopefully these suggestions will help you to make great purchases that you are pleased with in the long term. And if we work together, we will be able to make a positive impact on the products and the lives of the people making our products, as well as the environment. So let's get started. So the first thing to consider when making a purchase is, do I need it or will I really use it? I have been known to make the odd impulse purchase, and some of them I have really regretted because I haven't ended up using or wearing the item that I bought on the impulse. I like to check whether or not it's maybe a temporary need and I could perhaps borrow something from somebody else for a little while until that need is past. Or perhaps I just like it but maybe don't really like it enough to use it regularly. An example would be this knit hat that I bought. I love it. It's very vintage inspired, so soft and fluffy, and I thought it would be great for winter. The only problem is I don't have a very big personality when it comes to clothing. And so I ended up just never feeling really comfortable enough to wear it in public very much. Who knows, maybe that will change in the future, but it has been sitting in my closet rather unworn for at least 5 years. So maybe that wasn't a good purchase. The second thing to consider is this product good quality? Sometimes when shopping I am tempted to buy something simply because I love it, the design of it so much, but the quality, I can already see it won't last very long. So I do try to pass those ones up. Another situation I find myself in is that I might not feel that I can afford a very good quality product, and so opt for something a little bit lesser quality to sort of fill in the gap until I can afford something better quality. But I do find that in the long run that is actually more expensive, where you're buying a cheaper product that only lasts for a while, and then eventually when you do buy the product of the quality you actually want, you've had to pay for 2 items. So I do try my very best to save my money and wait until I can afford something of the quality that will stand the test of time. My third consideration is what kind of and how much packaging does your product come in. For example, I would prefer to buy in bulk and just use little bits at a time and perhaps store it in my own container, as opposed to individually wrapped portions where you have a lot of single-use plastic. And where possible, I try to buy products that are wrapped in compostable or biodegradable wrappings, such as this set of toothbrushes. The fourth consideration is this product made ethically? Now, I don't know how much you know about modern day slavery, but let me tell you, it still exists, and there are people out there who are working either against their will or without very many options, and they are not receiving a living wage, meaning that they're not earning enough to have a decent quality of life. Thankfully, there are organisations out there that are committed to ensuring that workers are receiving a living wage and nobody is being exploited in the process of making your products. So while you're out shopping, you can look for the logo of some of these fair trade or living wage organisations to show which products have been certified, and that way you can be confident you're buying something that doesn't involve exploitation of others. Another helpful tool is the Baptist World Aid Fashion Guide. You can use this guide to make better choices about which brands you will purchase from. You can download an app which lists many brands, and you can search by specific name or you can sort by rating, so that you can look up a brand you are considering purchasing from and find out how healthy their supply chains are. My fifth consideration is regarding how local the products are that you're buying. This is probably something you've thought about already, but this doesn't just go for your groceries. There are many different types of products that you can buy locally, and it's definitely worth asking yourself if there is a local equivalent before buying something from interstate or overseas. I do love to support local craftspeople and small businesses, and I think about it in terms of, is this a business that I really want to be around in 5 years' time? And if so, that's where I'll put my money, so that I can help ensure the survival of the businesses that I really care about. My sixth consideration is this good for my health? Obviously, what you put in your mouth makes a big difference, but there are other aspects to health to consider as well. There's good posture, which maybe if you are purchasing technology or furniture, that would contribute to your overall posture. Perhaps mental health. I personally find that too much screen time is not good for my mental health, and so I purposely steer away from streaming services just to help me get a bit more outside or doing crafts and hobbies that I enjoy. So there are lots of different ways of thinking about what is good for your health besides the typical toxic load of the chemicals in your environment. My seventh and last consideration is what will you do with the product once it reaches the end of its useful life? Even if the product that you've purchased has a long and useful life in your household, inevitably it will get to a point where it needs to be thrown away. And so this is where it is useful to think about where this product will end up once it does reach the end of its useful life. Is this product going to be able to be composted, or will it be able to be recycled, or will it need to go into landfill? Obviously, for those of us who are trying to be considerate of the environment, this is very important because we all know that plastic buildup in our environment is a problem. And so let's do what we can to try to avoid it. So that was the last of my 7 considerations. Thank you so much for watching and watching to the end. If any of these have inspired you to rethink the way you make purchases, please do leave a comment down below and I'll be sure to read it. Now, I do realise that 7 considerations for one purchase is a lot, and it isn't always possible to tick all of the boxes for every purchase. I personally just try to do the best I can and fill as many of the 7 considerations as possible, but it isn't always possible or practical to do so. So try not to feel too bad about that. We'll just do the best that we can, and eventually our choices will make a difference and we will have more sustainable and more ethical products to choose from in the future. Thanks again for watching. Bye!